Hi Jakov, thank you
Hey.
for having us.
Hey, welcome.
Lane number 1, maybe you will get to shoot over here.
Yeah, I hope so. It's always hard to push and to shoot on number 1, but it's always possible.
Speaking of which, there's been quite a few changes on the tracks for this year. Some people said that actually with the shorter downhill maybe won't be changing as much, but legs may be harder. Can you tell us a little bit how more difficult will it be at the shooting range?
Well, I think that the course, I also tried it first time today because there was no natural snow and the artificial snow was stored for the World Cup. So I think it's more technical, especially on the long races. It's going to make some difference.
And of course, home World Cup.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's always nice to have a home World Cup, to perform in front of your own crowd. Especially, it's a special feeling that like a home race and your family usually comes. There's no stress like if they would go somewhere else. So it's very nice, but then again it's a lot of expectations, more obligations, but that's sport. You need to live with it.
And you get to sleep on your own bed. How's that?
Yeah, that's a good feeling for me. We always change beds, and sometimes you find a good bed, you sleep right away, and sometimes you don't have such a comfortable bed and don't even get a good night's sleep. So I know at home I can sleep well, and it's okay.
Let's go a little bit on the mat.
Yeah.
I want you to talk a little bit about your shooting.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the secret for some good standing shooting?
To be relaxed, not to be fatigued too much, and to have a good breathe in and breathe out before you come to the mat. Have a clear picture and a good solid stance.
Can you show us the position?
Well, yeah, for me it's I try to be as much on both legs and comfortable, and get into the position. Stay straight, not to bend too much to forward, because then I lose shots.
Do you prefer the prone or the standing shooting though?
Sometimes I really prefer standing shooting, because sometimes I have problems and I just don't get the riddle right. I think standing you have more space to maneuver, so I think standing.
So we were talking about the home World Cup.
Yep.
Next year is home World Championships. Does that change any of your preparation or even like the way you see biathlon in the next coming years?
I think not. You should not, as an athlete, you should not trouble yourself with some pressure that it is a home race or that you need to do something special, because everybody wants to be at their best at the World Championships, and it's the same with me. It doesn't matter where it is. The only maybe good thing for biathlon in Slovenia is that we are going to have a World Championship, and maybe young people can come and see and maybe start training biathlon.
Actually, the Slovenian team has become quite a young team,
Yeah.
especially on the women. How old does that make you feel?
It's the years in the sport, they pass quite fast, and when I came into the Slovenian team I was the youngest guy. Now I'm second oldest, so I still have Clement, who's 1 year older. But what can you do? It's like I enjoy this sport, and I like it, and I want to perform as long as I feel okay, and that I have results that are good enough for me. So, but also a good thing is that we have a young team. For example, the ladies are very young, and we also have a very good junior team. So I think a couple of young guys are coming to the World Cup in the next few years, and it's going to be good.
Now we are in the middle of the national park.
Yep.
Here in Slovenia. I know you built a very eco-friendly house.
Yeah.
How important
Fence.
was that?
Yeah, for me, it's when I started cooperating with Lumar, who makes the houses. They have a plan, or they are a company that wants to build sustainable houses, and I also like the thing. I also like the nature. I don't like big polluting things, and for me it was a nice mixture of help of them. They were helping me in the career, and then I decided to build a house, and they also helped me with that. So it was a great cooperation.
Now we are at the starting gate.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what are your thoughts before you get to the start?
What are my thoughts?
Yeah.
I just try to keep my focus on my own race, because nevertheless that you get information on the track, you know how well you are prepared, and how much can you push yourself, for example, in the first loop, not to overgo. So try to stay focused on your own race, and then when you come through the finish line, results should be the sum of everything, because I think the information, how are you standing on other races, is important for the last loop, so you can push yourself even more. But before that, I like to stay in my own pace and try to be calm.
Do you ever listen to music before races?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But when I do, then I have a problem, because a lot of time the last song you hear before the race, you try it goes on in your head during the whole race. So it's better to listen to something that you want than to listen to the radio, because then it could be a bad song and you don't like it, and then you sing it alone.
It's stuck in your mind.
Yeah.
Yes. No. You don't want that.
You don't want that.
What do you think you would be doing if you were not a sports person?
I don't know. I think sports were in my life from the very beginning, and now if you would ask me, I really don't know.
And if you could have a superpower, which one would it be?
The superpower. It would be, I don't know. Yeah. I would like to have all the knowledge of all the servicemen on this world, to know how to prepare faster skis, or the fastest pair, and then I think I would enjoy biathlon even more.
Now it's a hot topic with Johannes, who's just become a dad.
Yeah.
You're one. What's the biggest tip you can give him?
To Johannes, I think it's just to stay as he is, and I think when you're relaxed with children, and you are as you were before, that they very fast they can learn all the good qualities of people, because I think that all good athletes are also good in everything. They try to be good. He will also, I think, try to be very good as a father, and I think he will be successful, because athletes are a lot of time relaxed, and I think children can feel that, and they're always happy.
And as a parent, would you like your child to pick up biathlon?
Yes, I would like my children to experience it by themselves, and then to decide if they like it or not. I think biathlon is a very nice sport. It's not an easy sport, but I think everybody should try it, and I really love it, and I would be happy, but then again I cannot be disappointed if they are not going to be.
I know you keep an eye on the results of the fellow Slovenians on all sports. Will you be watching the Summer Olympics this summer?
Yeah, it depends. I watch when I can, and in today's times, it's very easy because you can always watch the television for like 1 week behind, and you can always watch a venue. But the best thing is to watch sports live. And then again, I try to, when I'm free and I don't do something different, I do watch sports. But I think during the summer it will be a lot of training. It will be a lot of playing with children. So yeah, it's not going to be like it was before. Before I had children, I could watch more sports. Now it's a little less, but I try to encourage everyone as they do me. So it's mutual.
Can you try and predict one gold medal for the Slovenian team this summer?
For the Summer Olympics, I think the favorite guy is Primož. When we look at the endurance sports, I think Primož Roglič, definitely. And then we also have very good athletes in judo and other sports. But yeah, if I would look at the endurance sports, I would say Primož.
What's the secret behind the fact that such a small country like Slovenia has such a successful tradition in sport? Because from summer to winter, you're so successful.
Yeah, I think it's Slovenians are very also the recreational scene is very strong. They like sports, which is a very good thing, because from a small country you get a lot of quality athletes. All families are into sports, into different sports, and then it's easier to find talents for different things.
We're almost at the end. Let's go back a little bit to biathlon. What's the best memory you have from this sport?
The best memories are always like medals. But also, if you put aside the things with the medals and everything, it's feeling like you're a part of a bigger family, or like you see your sport as one big community, and like when you see all of these teams, all of different countries, you can freely speak to any athlete, and they are all very open. So I think that's the biggest plus of this sport, and it will always be a nice memory for me, besides the medals.
And do you think that then in the future you will still be in biathlon?
I think, yeah, I would like to be. I don't know in which role. Sometimes I think a lot of athletes start with their own team, try to help, and then maybe also do some international work. But definitely, if you can help and there is interest from some team or your team, it's always welcome.
Very last thing, is there anything that you can share with us that people don't really know about you?
I think not. I'm like a lot of me and my life is on social media, and I'm quite open. So I think there is, I don't know, don't have any secrets that I keep from everybody. So no.
Well, that's about it. Thank you for being part of this 2020, and best of luck for this home World Cup.
Thank you.